Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we're going to be revising Geography Paper 2, 2017. So we're going to begin with Section A. If you're preparing for mathematics final exams, get copies of the mathematics e-pamphlets by Mr. 6 Points. The pamphlets cover all the topics that appear in both Paper 1 and Paper 2 in the final exams. Details to get the full pamphlets are in the description box below. Okay, so let's begin with Section A, which is on the map of Zambia. So the national park marked A is this one here, so that is the Kafue National Park. Then II, the traditional ceremony that takes place at B. So part B is located in Northwestern Province. So Northwestern Province, there are several traditional ceremonies. So we can say Likumbivyamize, Lunda Lubanza, and so on. Then part B, explain the problems associated with the development of the national park C. So this national park here, which is C. So we can say it is located in a remote area far away from major tourist destinations. It has poor road network that cannot be easily accessible, especially during the rainy season. There is no railway or direct air service to the national park. The park lacks adequate accommodation of high standards, such as hotels, motels, etc. The park also lacks adequate services such as banks, which are meant to serve tourists. And then C, what steps has the government taken to develop the tourism industry in the recent years? So we can say the government has embarked on vast construction of road transport network. It has raised the standards of hotels to international levels, e.g. the Sun Hotel and the Intercontinental Hotel. The government has also been advertising and marketing the tourism industry of Zambia abroad. The government has been promoting game ranching, upgrading major airports, reducing visa fees for tourists, and leasing some national parks to private investors. And then question number 2, briefly explain the various land tenure systems found in Zambia. So there are several. So we're going to look at number 1, traditional or customary land. So this land is controlled by traditional chiefs on behalf of the people. Individuals in the community have the right to use it but cannot sell it. Then we also have state land. So this is the acquisition and control of land by the president in public interest. This is administered by the Ministry of Lands, which issues title deeds in collaboration with the council. So other types of land tenure systems include freehold land and leasehold land. Then part B, explain how the Chitemene farming system is a threat to the environment. So Chitemene farming system involves the cutting down of trees, branches and tops of large trees, thereby depriving the environment of windbreakers. The smoke resulting from the burning pollutes the air. The fire used to burn trees destroys living organisms such as the nitrogen-fixing bacteria. Then cutting down trees also contributes to soil erosion. And then C, explain the farming practices which are aimed at conserving and enriching the soils. So we're going to look at these 6. Number 1, contour plowing, where plowing is done at a right angle to the hill slope to reduce the downward flow of water. Strip cultivation, which involves the planting of trees and crops in alternate strips parallel to one another. Fallowing, this is the process of allowing part of the field to lie idle for years in order to regenerate its fertility. Crop rotation, which involves the growing of different crops in successive years on the same piece of land. Organic farming, which involves the use of legumes and nitrogen-fixing plants like beans and peas. Then afforestation, which involves the planting of trees and replanting of trees to improve tree cover. So these are some of the farming practices which are aimed at conserving and enriching soils. And then question number 3, AI, name 2 hydroelectric power stations in Zambia and where each is located. So we have the Kariba North Bank Power Station on Lake Kariba in Siavonga. We also have the Kafue Gorge Hydroelectric Power Station on Kafue River in Kafue. We also have others like the Victoria Falls Hydroelectric Power Station, Itesteji Hydroelectric Power Station, and so on. So you can choose any 2. Then II, how is hydroelectric power generated at a power station? Use a diagram to illustrate your answer. So we're going to use this diagram as an illustration. So simply put, it is produced by dropping water from a great height, and the water passes through the penstocks at an angle. And the force of the water turns the turbines at the end of the penstocks. Then as the turbines rotate, they turn the generators inside. And then the generators produce electrical energy, which is then transmitted from transformers to power lines, and then from power lines to industries and homes. So basically that's how hydroelectric power is generated at a power station. So from this diagram you can see there's water in a reservoir, so the water is pushed through the penstock at an angle so that the force is great. Then the force causes the turbines to turn, which cause the generators to also turn and produce electrical energy, and then electrical energy is then conveyed to the transformers, which is then conveyed also to the power cables, and finally to industries and homes. Then B, what other benefits are associated with the construction of an electric power station to Zambians? So you can say power plants control flooding along the river. Water in the reservoir is used for irrigation purposes. The water is also used as a means of transport. Fishing can be done in the reservoir. Creation of jobs or employment for engineers, technicians, drivers, etc. Then it has also led to the growth of development of copper mining, processing and manufacturing industries due to high supply of electricity from power stations. Question number 4, regarding mining in Zambia. AI, name 2 minerals in one place where each is mined. So we can say copper is mined in Chingola and coal is mined in Mamba. And then II, what factors positively influence the scale of mineral production? So we can say high demand for minerals locally and internationally, huge capital investments in the mining sector, also the improvement in infrastructure, especially in transport. And then B, what are the social and economic benefits that have been brought about by mining? So you can say mining has led to the development of infrastructure, e.g. roads, railways, etc. Mining has created employment for miners, truck drivers, and so on. Mining has also added to the country's GDP through taxation. Mining has stimulated other mineral-related industries such as metal and fabricators. The minerals are sold in dollars, hence it has improved the exchange rate for the country. And then it has also improved the standard of living for people living in mining areas because the workers have a source of income. Finally, part C, what problems have been brought about by mining? So there's several problems brought about by mining, but we can say sulfur dioxide from smelters pollutes the air, land and water. There is land degradation, as the case is in an open pit mine. Then sometimes miners are killed when mines collapse. Then plant and animal life is lost due to land clearance. Slag from the smelters takes up vast areas of land that could have been used for farming. Alright, so I've come to the end of the video. I hope you found the video valuable. If you have, give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video.